Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. Today I'm going to show you how to make this incredibly tasty one pot rice and chicken. So if you love easy homemade recipes just like this, please sit back and let me show you how I made this. For this recipe, I'm going to be using some chicken drumsticks. Feel free to use any protein of choice. And to season, I started by adding some paprika powder, dry parsley, Italian seasoning, some black pepper, chicken bouillon, and some salt to taste. Please note that all the ingredients for this recipe will be listed in the description box, so you can check that out much later. And please note that you can use any combination of spices. You don't have to restrict yourself to this list, but if you have these spices, please use them. It makes a whole lot of difference. I'm going to massage all the spices in, ensuring that the chicken is well coated, and I'm going to set this aside for at least 1 hour. To begin cooking, I started by adding some vegetable oil into a pot. Once that is hot enough, I went in with some onions. This is going to add a whole lot of flavor to your fried chicken. If you have some rosemary, you can also toss that in. Once the oil is hot enough, I went ahead to add the chicken into the hot oil, and we'll be frying this on medium to high heat until each side is nicely golden brown. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, my name is Evelyn. A very warm welcome to you. Please don't leave without hitting the like button and also subscribing to my channel for more amazing recipes. At this point, I'm just turning the chicken over to ensure the other side is nicely fried. And once this is nicely fried, we are going to take them off the heat and set them aside for later. The aroma at this stage is absolutely amazing, and my kitchen was already smelling like a restaurant. Now, once all the chicken is out of the hot oil, we're going to be using this flavorful oil to cook our rice. But first, I went ahead to remove the pieces of onions I added earlier, and I scooped out some of the excess oil so it's not too much. Now, this really depends on the amount of rice you'll be cooking. Make sure not to toss away the excess oil. You can use it to cook your rice, your stews. It adds a whole lot of flavor to your cooking. Now that our chicken has been fried and set aside, we're going to start making the rice. And to the same pot, I just added some chopped onions, minced garlic, and ginger. Guys, please don't skip this part. It adds a whole lot of flavor to your cooking. You're going to fry this for about 2 to 3 minutes. After that, I just added some diced tomatoes, canned diced tomatoes to be precise, and some habanero peppers for some heat, of course. If you don't like some peppers, you can feel free to omit this part. Then I'm just going to stir and let this fry until all the liquid has evaporated. Please feel free to use some fresh tomatoes. Just chop them up into small sizes and fry. At this point, the tomatoes has fried and all the water has evaporated. I went ahead to add some tomato paste. Guys, this is not optional. Tomato paste is not optional in this recipe. Please add it. Once that is in, just stir and let this fry for at least 3 to 4 minutes before going in with your spices. I first added some dried parsley, Italian seasoning, chicken bouillon, and some salt to taste. Then you are just going to stir everything to combine and give it time to cook. You are going to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes so that all the flavors come together really nicely. Just keep stirring so that it doesn't get burnt. After about 2 to 3 minutes to the pot, I'm adding some washed rice. Wash your rice until the water runs clear. Then you're going to give this a nice stir so every grain is coated in those rich flavors from the tomato sauce. This simple step makes a big difference because it allows the rice to absorb all the deliciousness before we add any liquid. I started by adding some chicken stock. I always have some chicken stock in my fridge, but if you don't have that, please you can use water, but chicken stock is preferred. Then I added some water, just enough to cook the rice. Then I tasted for salt and I added some salt to taste. Please taste for salt before adding some salt, especially if you added some chicken stock, because we know chicken stock is already flavored. Then you stir and cover to cook. Once that has started boiling, I went ahead to stir this really well to make sure everything is well combined. Once everything is well combined, cover the pot and let it cook on low heat, because this allows the rice cook slowly and evenly without burning. Now once your rice is about 80% cooked, you're just going to open and give it another stir. At this point, I'm adding some onions. You can choose to add some onions. If you have some vegetables, this is the best time to add them. Just toss everything in. Some people even like to add some butter. Just add whatever you prefer to add at this point. Toss everything in, combine and cover for it to cook. Next, we are just going to place our already cooked chicken right on top. Once everything is nicely layered, cover your pot and just let this steam for about 5 minutes. After that, guys, your one pot rice and chicken will be ready to serve. So you can see that this recipe is so easy to prepare and anyone can make it. And that's it for today's recipe. Thanks again for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video to your family and friends, and I'll talk to you in my next recipe. Bye.
Bring me into golden sunlight.